guys, it's Tina and I am back. And as mentioned in my previous haul video, if you didn't watch it, I will go ahead and link that down below. I have been a very naughty girl, and the no buy kind of up on the side now. I'm just say, I just hold on a little bit, just hold off, I soon come back. So I picked up quite a few products and I did want to share them with you guys. As mentioned, I will link another video down below that I covered my ULTA haul along with some more inexpensive brands. But this video is going to cover the products that I picked up from Sephora specifically. I also picked up a couple of things from Tarte. And I'll also mention a couple of PR products that I was sent as well, because I don't think you guys mind when I mention PR products as long as I disclose them, and I always do. So we'll go ahead and just jump right into it. The first thing I picked up is something that I've already reviewed, done swatches of, because I needed to get this out. This is the Kat Von D MetalMatte palette, which has, can we talk about these shades? They're so beautiful, but I don't want to get too into it because I did a full video on this. I will link that down below as well so you can check it out. There are 9 Metal Crush eyeshadows in here along with 13 mattes, and I just love the shade selection in this. I think this is just a beautiful all-around palette. Now, I did watch another review from X-Sparkage here on YouTube, Leisha. She mentioned that she didn't quite like the palette because she couldn't quite mix the metal shades with the matte, and she felt like it wasn't an all-around palette. I kind of don't agree with her. I love Leisha, but of course people are going to have different opinions. I love this palette. I think the mattes work perfectly together. I think the shimmery shades work great together, and then I think they mix well together. So it just depends on how you apply them. Of course, shimmers plus mattes together when they're ultra mattes, it's a significant texture difference. So the blending is going to be a little bit different, but I don't have an issue with them, and I actually really enjoy this palette. I love it. Again, I'll link my review down below. There's no question about how I feel. I'm in my feelings with that palette. Loving it. Now, since I mentioned eyeshadow palettes, I just wanted to quickly show you 2 eyeshadow palettes that were sent to me for PR. I got this one here from Makeup Forever. It's their Artist 9 eyeshadow palette, and this is palette number 4. This is their all matte palette. This is their first, you know, kind of venture into the all matte realm. And honestly, when I look at this palette, I'm not impressed, I'm not inspired, I'm not like, oh my god, this is everything. I mean, the shade selection for me is probably a little bit boring, and I don't think it's like neutral enough to be like, oh, you're bored because it's neutral. I mean, they're neutral, but they're not inspiring, and I don't think like you can just jump in and get a ton of looks from this using just this palette. But I do think if you're a collector of Makeup Forever eyeshadows and you're trying to collect as many as you can, you're trying to get them at a cheaper price, this is a good chance to get 9 of the matte shades, and these would not be repeated in any of the other palettes that they have, because this is the first time they're really including mattes in their palettes. I think they may have included 1 or 2 mattes in their other palettes, but most of their palettes are all shimmers. So if you're trying to collect the shades, then it's a decent palette, but I'm just not moved by the colors in here. I mean, they are a great formula. It's Makeup Forever. They do really good mattes, and they are nicely pigmented, but I don't think this is going to be a palette that blows you away. This is just going to be an accent palette to your collection. Check it out if you're interested. Again, great way to collect Makeup Forever eyeshadows, but I'm just not impressed by the shade selection. Now, the other palette that I was sent is the Urban Decay Full Spectrum Palette. Now, I will never get tired of the feeling of getting products sent to me exclusive before anyone else gets it, before it's available on the market. I will never get tired of that feeling. I'm always so excited and so grateful. Like, I was so ready to buy this palette. And in fact, I was on the website ready to buy this palette when I got a delivery, and I'm like, don't tell me that they sent me the palette. And when I opened the box, I was like, oh my god, yes! This palette screams my name. Like, you don't even have to ask a question. Not say nothing. You're not have to even ask. You know me to go get the palette. You do it. Hello, who am I? I am Tina, and this is what I do. And to be honest, initially swatching the shades, they're a little bit drier than I expected. I expected this to be like the Spectrum palette from last year that I am dead over. so beautiful, so pigmented, so smooth. Like the texture is almost like moist. It's so creamy. These are a little bit drier, and 6 of these shades are more of a satin finish, so it's like a matte base with a little bit of shimmer to it. Not my favorite texture from Urban Decay. Now there are 21 shades in this. This is the most shades that Urban Decay has ever released in a palette, and I think for the most part these are all new shades. And there are quite a few shades in here that I'm like, oh my god, so beautiful. Like the top row. The top row, well, depending on how you look at it, but this row here with the deeper smoky looking shades, I live for those shades. But you're looking at the bright bold shades, right? They're a little drier. They're not, I'm like, they're a little bit different. Them different. And it wasn't quite what I was expecting. I was expecting spectrum level, but I'm going to play around with it more. See how I feel about it. Do a swatch and review video for you guys because I know you want to see that. But so far, I am not blown away impressed with the formulation. The colors, of course, if the flyer not moving, the blood fire. But I'm gonna play some more, let you know how I feel, if you know, if my feelings change, because you never know. After you use a palette, you're like, all right, I feel a little bit different. I think that this is gonna be very similar to the Kat Von D Mavita Loca Remix palette. In fact, the texture of the eyeshadows remind me of that, so they might not be bad at all. Now to wrap up the eye products, I went ahead and grabbed a couple more shades of the Touch in Soul Metalist Liquid Foil and Glitter Shadow Duos, and these were out of stock for the longest because people kind of bomb rushed these and buy them out, and nobody couldn't get them, right? But they restocked, and I got the email and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try them out. Even though the last one that I had, Margaret, tried to play me, I returned that, okay, because no, you're not gonna play me. And it wasn't like my favorite color anyway, but I went ahead and picked up, I knew I wanted to get the lightest shade, which is called Talia number 3. This one is a light creamy shade with like a, it's like a peachy pinky light champagne. I don't know how to yeah, I saw it's there, like a light pinky peach champagne. This one is so beautiful, and I'm like, I am gonna put this on the inner tear duct and see how it goes, because intensity, I got ton up on that one here. And then you have Lottie number 5, which is more of a, it's like a pewter purple with, and then the glitter is more of a, like a cranberry, which, mind you, I don't think those two pair too well together, but I love both of them individually, so I probably won't wear them together, but I like the shades. And wow, they have expiration dates on this. This one says expires 2019 06 so June 2019. That's a serious expiration date. I like that one day. And then you have number 4, Adelio, which is more of a fiery cranberry shade. It has almost like a coppery shade for the cream, and then the side, the glitter side, is more of a fiery berry cranberry glitter. And then we have Eldora number 2, which is a golden bronzy yellow. What? A bronzy shade, like a yellow bronze. It's really beautiful. I want to try these out. They are messy, like the glitter side messy, and they are pricey, but they're really beautiful. Take some work, take some getting used to, but really pretty. Don't buy Margaret though. Margaret a careless girl. Now we're done with eyeshadows. Let's go ahead and jump into highlights, because I went crazy with highlight shades. I picked up quite a few. I went crazy with lips and highlight. I don't know, like, I don't know, I feel it. So let's mention these 2 Becca highlight colors. Now, one is exclusive to Becca for now. I don't know if they're gonna release it to Sephora and Ulta. I'm hoping they do, because it is phenomenal. But for right now, it's exclusive to the Becca website, so you do have to check it out there. And the exclusive shade is Bronzed Amber. And this one, listen, if you're my skin tone, if you're deeper, and if you like subtle colors, just get this. This is just what it says, a Bronzed Amber shade. It's so flipping good. This is my favorite Becca highlight that I've seen so far. It is so amazing. It's a soft shade. It's subtle on the skin. It's not like their other shimmering skin perfectors, which are more moist. They're very creamy, very intense on the cheeks. This one is a lot more subtle, which I appreciate because I don't like to shine. Like I've said so many times, I'm not here for the shine, okay? I am here for the glow. And this, listen, the subtle glow to this and the color, so good for deeper skin. Loving this. And then the other shade that I picked up, like I said, was Rose Quartz. This one is a light rosy champagne shade. It's very light. But this formula is also similar to the Bronze Amber in that it's softer. It's not that cream dense formula. It's a light, like almost like a baked finish. And this one, even though it's a very light shade, you can kind of make it a little bit more subtle. So this one, also very beautiful. I think this, even though I don't think this is the best for darker skin, I think this is more for medium skin tone. Not even light skin, but medium skin tone. But still a very, very beautiful shade. Now I wanted to mention these two shades from Jouer, not available at Sephora. They're Jouer Cosmetics. They're available online. There are discount codes all over the place from your favorite YouTubers that are affiliated, and you can get 15% off. You know, pick one and just go on with it. But remember, you're supporting that person, so probably pick somebody that you like and just go on with that. I think Kathleen Lights might have a discount code with them. I like Kathleen, so anyway, they have two shades. They have Topaz and Rose Quartz, and I think they released a collection with 4 highlight shades. Now I don't know if they're coming for Becca or what, because Becca has a Topaz and Becca has a Rose Quartz. We are trying go on with Jouer, Monsieur, are you? But very beautiful shades also. And these are very light shades, but these are more intense, but they have a very airy finish to them, also like a baked highlighter. Rose Quartz is very light. It's lighter than the Becca shade for sure. It's very light. It almost has a silvery sheen to it. And then Topaz is more of a champagne shade. It's not really a deep bronze like the Becca shade. Becca's Topaz is a darker bronzy shade. This one is more of a golden champagne. It's even lighter than the Bronze Amber from Becca. This one, beautiful shades. If you want a wet, shiny looking cheek, if you want that glow from the God cheek, this will give it to you. But it's still, because of the formula, and that's what I found with all of these highlighters that I'm going to mention, because of the formula, you can downplay it a lot, or you can play it up, because it's almost like a buildable sheen. So really like these as well. Just I don't know who them a come for. Becca, watch your back. Jouer, call your name. I use your name. Here's Rose Quartz from Jouer up against Rose Quartz from Becca. And let's see how similar they are. The Jouer one seems to be a little bit more silvery, while the one from Becca has more pink to it. Not very similar shades. If you see it, this one from Jouer is not really Rose Quartz. It wouldn't be what I would consider a rosy shade at all. It looks very silver next to the Becca shade. One more thing that I picked up that is also not from Sephora, but it's a higher end brand. This is the Victoria Beckham and Estee Lauder highlighter in Modern Mercury. Now, Victoria, Victoria, yes, you know, it's so gorgeous. It's a beautiful, almost like a rose gold shade to me. It's like a bronzy shade with a little bit of rosy undertone to it. So gorgeous, really smooth. Again, such a gorgeous color, and you get a ton of product, but it's very pricey. But it's luxe, and it's Victoria Beckham, and you're paying for the name and you're paying for the collaboration. But it's okay, because the product backs it up. It's the product, listen, me da buy too, but me not buy too because no, again, another light sheen. You can play it up, play it down. It's subtle. It's great for darker skin. Such a lovely color. Like, let me put on some now because man, I feel it. Like, I use very little, and look at that. And the thing I like about, oh yes, and I mean it look extra now on the camera, but me just play it up for now. But what I would do, I apply stuff like this, and then I will go over it with a powder brush to kind of downplay it if I think it's too much. But That doesn't look even too much. It's just very beautiful. Loving this highlighter. And Modern Mercury is actually a re-promoted highlighter shade from Estee Lauder, and people were dying over this. So if you wanted to get your hands on Modern Mercury, here's your chance. Grab it now. Really beautiful. I love this packaging. I think she did such a great job with this. It's sexy. It's pricey, but I can see, I don't feel too bad because the packaging of the, you know what, yeah, I feel them way to like the packaging just make you feel alright, so you're alright with it. Beautiful packaging. Now I wanted to throw in a couple of matte products because I really didn't grab enough matte products to do a separate haul, and these are the Star Trek highlighters. They're called the Trip the Light Fantastic Powder, and I got the shade Strange New Worlds and Highly Illogical. Again, beautiful highlighters, and I love the formula. It's so light and airy, and that's like the theme of these highlighters. They're so airy and soft, and the color of them is, they're just so flattering on my darker skin tone, and I love how these look. These are like daily highlighters for me. Like I can wear these every day without feeling like I'm beaming like the sun. And that's what I like in a highlighter. A subtle one that I can play up, play down. I can wear every day. I can wear out in the sun and I won't be sparkling like Edward from Twilight. Like I don't need for glue and glister and all that. I don't need all of that. No, I don't need it. And it don't look, listen, it not really look good in person. When you see the people in with them cake on face, it don't look good enough. You see so much texture and them skin looks so dry and old. Lord. Lord. Now let's go ahead and jump into some lip products because, well, I was kind of excited, but then I got let down a little bit by a couple of these. I went ahead and grabbed 2 of the Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks because I love liquid lipsticks. I love trying different formulas. I love giving them a shot to see how they go. And my friend Jessica said she liked the formula, so I said, all right, I'll go try it out. I got the shade Trophy Wife and Spice Girl. Trophy Wife is a rosy shade, like a rose, a muted rose shade. That one is very thin, almost watery. Didn't get full opacity from that. Nice formula though, like the viscosity of it, I like that. It's more liquidy, not moussey, but the opacity wasn't there for me on that one. And then Spice Girl is a deep caramelly brown shade, you know, that 90s brown, and I love brown lips, especially on my complexion. I've been loving it. This one has better opacity, so I'm gonna try them out, see how they go, but so far I'm not impressed enough to want to try more out. You know them way they are really inspired. Now another product, a lip product that I was very disappointed by, like these are the NARS, what are they called? Velvet Lip Glides, and I got 3 shades. I got the shade Bound, which is a muted light, like a rosy pink. Mineshaft is a bright like cherry red, and then Area is a deeper brown shade. Now I've seen so many videos, and you probably have seen them too, reviews. People are like, oh my god, it's the next best thing, it's so awesome, OMG. And I'm like, we had tried the same product but I'm nothing, so I'm nothing. So these are moussey lip glosses is what it feels like, and they're pigmented enough, but they're not pigmented like a liquid lipstick. They're said to be a liquid lipstick, regular lipstick, and lip gloss hybrid. Don't let them fool you. They're not that great. I don't get it. Like, yeah, they're decently pigmented. They have a little gloss to them. They're a moussey formula, so they're not quite slippy gloss, but I think the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Gloss is better as far as what the formula is supposed to be, and they have great pigmentation and they're less expensive. These I just think are getting too much hype for what they are, and I'm like, I'm almost disappointed because there are a couple of people that I watch and they're like, oh my god, this is so awesome, and I'm like, no, they're not, you're lying. But I mean, no, they might not be lying. Maybe that's what they're into, they like them, but they're sponsored. But they're not awful. Let's be frank. They're not awful, but I wouldn't pay the price that I paid for them. Does that make sense? Like, for what you're getting, you can just get a pigmented lip gloss from the drugstore and call it a day. You don't need to go all the way on NARS for that. Trust me upon that one day. Now, another Another liquid lipstick that I picked up. Again, not a Sephora brand, but they're available online. Jouer. Get a discount code all over the place. Jouer. They're liquid lipsticks now. Love their liquid lipstick formula. I think this is top, if not top 3, then definitely top 5 liquid lipsticks for me. I got the shade Tawny Rose, which is a rosy, like a light rose shade. I be a rose shade of. I got the shade Brick, which is a burnt kind of orangey red. And then I got Cabernet, which is a deeper red. Oh, I love Cabernet. This is such a beautiful red on me. It's this is like my perfect red shade. My call it earth. This is such a great red. I wore this in one of my Instagram posts and love this. And the formula is really nice. A little bit drying, but not as drying as like others, but comfortable, lightweight, and it just opacity ton up. It's so good. I love these lip colors. And then the last lip product that I got was this here. I saw Makeup Aloe on Instagram talk about these, and then Tati here on YouTube spoke about them. But these are the clear lipsticks with the little flower in them, and that's a real flower, and that is so pretty. And honestly, I got it because it was really pretty. Foolishness. So Amazon, you have to buy it from, but it's really pretty. How the name go now? I can't pronounce it. How it pronounce? It's made in China. It's a Chinese brand that I cannot pronounce. I will leave the name in the screen down at the bottom somewhere, but I can't pronounce it. But I got the shade. I don't know, but the one with the purple flowers in it. I do not like this. It smells good, and it gives like, it's just a light, like a stain, like a little light stain on your lips. It's a glossy finish, and it's not moisturizing. It dries your lips out, and heaven forbid you taste this. It tastes like petroleum. It tastes like, no, it not taste good at all, but the presentation is really pretty. It's to me, it's a collector's item, but it tastes bad and it dries out your lip, but it gives you like a little pink stain to your lips, which is really pretty. Like, to be honest, it's really pretty, but I got it because it's this gimmicky thing and it was really cute, but it tastes bad and it dry out your lip. And then I'll mention these 2 products that I picked up from Tarte. Now, in my last haul, I did say I got the big blush book. I returned it with a swiftness because those colors were not here for me. They were like, no, miss, we're not, no, not your one. So this is their Color Wheel Amazonian Clay Blush Palette. So this guy has 10 shades, and I like this packaging a lot better. It's compact, it's in their little circle palette, and they have 5 shades on each side with a little plastic divider that stays in place. And you know, packaging A+, really well done. And they have this is their design for the holiday palettes, this purple design, which I think is really nice. It's not sparkly and like, you know, it's not holiday and Christmassy. It's pretty, and the colors are actually much better. They show up on my skin tone. They're still lighter, so if you're deep, I don't think these are gonna work for you, maybe as highlighters, but they're mainly corally pink shades, and there's some plummy shades on the other side, and the highlight shades are actually really beautiful. And I do like their Amazonian clay formula, blush formula, so interested to try this out. Again, much more much better suited for my skin tone than that blush palette when they're not gonna know it. And then this palette has me feeling some type of way. This is the Tarte times Makeup by Shayla. She's Makeup by Shayla on Instagram. She also has a YouTube channel. She's a darker skin lovely, and here's why it has me feeling some type of way. It's a collaboration with a dark skin influencer, and it's only available online. And for a while it was only available online on Jouer Cosmetics, and now I think you can find it at ULTA and Sephora, but again, online only. They're not in store. And I feel a little bit jaded by that. Like, Tarte doesn't really cater to darker skin to begin with. Like, their foundation shades, their concealer shades, and I think they're trying to remedy that. Like, they released a couple of deeper shades that they're trying to be like, oh yeah, we heard you, here we come. But I mean, development takes time, research takes time, so I know it takes time to get there. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, but this has me feeling some type of way because it is their deeper contour palette, and I think this is such a good palette, and the shades are great, and they feel better than the other palette. I got the previous contour palette, my burgundy back. It wasn't for me. They were dry, they were just no. And then this, the formulation is so much better for these. They're smoother, they're more pigmented, and they're deeper. So those of us who are medium deep to tan to dark skin tone, you are gonna love this a whole lot better. And it still smells like vanilla, and I just feel like they shafted Shayla by having this as an online only product. Like, you can't go in store. She's not gonna get the sales from being in store and, you know, having people swatch it. And I guess they are like, oh well, they're not gonna sell as many quantities, so therefore they're gonna keep it online. But she did so well. She sold out. It was supposed to be limited edition. It sold out, and people were like, excuse you, bring it back. And they restocked, and now it's available at Sephora and ULTA. So I'm like, do our girl a favor. Like, I'm not even like I'm not like a stan. I'm not even really a big fan, but I like to support darker skinned girls, and I just feel like they should give her that chance as a dark skin influencer to be in store. And I haven't seen my color in store yet, so I want her to be in store, and we need a petition to get this palette in store because it's really good. Like, this one is really, really good. So I hope that we can get our voices out there, let us be heard, and get her in store. And then to wrap up the haul, I'm gonna mention some skincare products that I picked up, and one of them I was suckered into because they sent me a sample, and I'm like, let me try it out. And you know, you try things and it's nice, and you're like, oh, and then I look upon the price. Hello? I got the La Prairie Skin Caviar Essence in Lotion. And it's like a liquid gel. It's not quite a runny liquid, but you're supposed to just apply this over your skin after, you know, cleansing and stuff. I don't even know technically what this would be considered. Like, what kind of product is it? It's just a lotion. Like, is it like a toner or a softening lotion? You know how Shiseido says they have softening lotions? But anyway, very pricey, but I like it. It makes my skin feel nice. I use this during the day. I use it before I apply my makeup as like a moisturizer, and it absorbs immediately into my skin. Like, I don't have to worry about it being oily or greasy or too slippy. It absorbs immediately into my skin. It tightens my skin almost. It feels firming, and then my makeup applies nicely, and it doesn't make my skin more greasy. I just wish it wasn't like this though. I wish they had a different dispense method, because you have to unscrew it and then pour it. I don't like that. Like, they should have had like a little, I don't know, something other than that. But I've been liking it, and I don't like that I like it because no, And then, speaking of expensive, I went ahead and got the Vintner's Daughter Active Botanical Serum because of Stephanie Nicole, my little friend here on YouTube. She did a video on this. You know, she's good at skincare because she knows the background of ingredients. She does her research, and she's big on skincare. So she mentioned this, and then she did an interview with the actual owner and the creator of this. And I watched it, and I was sold. I was done. Sign me up. I'm ready. And I ordered it, and $185 for this little bottle. And it's a dark bottle because you don't want this product to be exposed to direct sunlight and heat, because it will lessen the effectiveness of this product, and it will just go bad really quickly. So, bunch of organic ingredients, all natural ingredients, and you just drop a couple of this, press it into your skin. They use a push and press method, so it's not just rub it in, just push it into your skin. And because of the molecules and the combination of different oils, essential oils, it's very similar to what your skin is used to naturally, so it mimics a lot of the natural oils that your skin would naturally absorb, and it stimulates collagen, it's anti-aging, has all these great skincare benefits. So I use this at night. Another product that I've been loving, and I'm so happy I got this. It smells good. It's like an essential oil blend, so it smells like essential oils, and you don't need a lot. It's pricey, it's a little bottle, but you don't need a lot. Just a couple of drops, and just, it doesn't make my skin feel oily. Like, I don't use it in the day, but it doesn't make my skin feel oily and greasy throughout the night. Like, I don't wake up in the morning like, ooh, get this off of me, like other oils can do. I just really love this, and my skin has been really feeling nice and plump. And I know it's a combination of things, but this is definitely a part of it. I love this thing. And then I also grabbed this here. This is ULTA Anti-Aging Formula Vitamin C Serum with Hyaluronic Acid. And another person that I watch here on YouTube, I forget her name, she uses this, and it's organic, natural, and nourishing. And this one has vitamin C and hyaluronic acid, which are two great ingredients for evening skin tone and lessening dark pigmentation, hyperpigmentation. And vitamin C is always good for your skin, and this is natural and organic. So I actually use this during the day because it is not like oily. It's a serum, it's a liquid, it does absorb really quickly, and again, it doesn't make my skin feel ultra oily. So I will use this during the day, just 2 drops, rub it into my skin. I rub it mainly around my mouth area, which is where I really have the issues, because I have smile lines and then I have hyperpigmentation around my mouth. So that's where I, you know, apply that good stuff. And then the last thing I grabbed is the La Roche-Posay Effaclar Matte. This is daily moisturizer for oily skin. It's anti-shine, anti-enlarge pores. Now, if if you want to sell to me, that's what you need to say. Anti-shine, anti-enlarge pores, matte. I am here for it. Thank you very much. And I've been enjoying the sunscreen that I have from La Roche-Posay. This is the oil-free dry touch sunscreen. And so I decided to go ahead and try out their oil-free moisturizer, and I like it for a moisturizer. I don't think it mattifies necessarily, and I don't think it necessarily hides my pores at all, but it does leave my skin feeling hydrated without feeling sticky or tacky. Not exactly something I'd say run out and get because it's going to control your oil. But if you're looking for an oil-free moisturizer, you want to still moisturize your skin even though it's oily, this may be a nice one to check out. So this is available at Sephora and at ULTA. So you can use your coupon on this, guys. So check this out. Your coupon at ULTA actually works again for this brand. So just like a tip from me to you. So that's gonna wrap it up for me. Those are the products that I picked up, and I am just so excited to try out a lot of these products. I think I'm on a halt for now because I don't really want to get anything else right now. Like, I'm not feeling it. But there's definitely some products that I am excited to try out. So let me know what you guys want to see in upcoming videos. I'll probably incorporate them in like get ready with me videos or do quick reviews. I want to do videos where I do quick reviews, like snap reviews. We'll see how that goes because I'm very busy and I'm trying to still have content for you guys. But anyway, as usual, I'll go ahead and leave a full list of the products used down below in the description box, as well as links to my Instagram and Twitter where you can keep up with me daily if you want to interact, chat with me. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.